The story begins with a woman who failed to give birth. After 10 years of marriage,
she was told that she had a 7-year-old daughter, and she once thought that the doctor had made a mistake, but when the doctor took out the girl's identification, in addition, the little girl was standing in front of her, and she had to believe the facts. She still thought that her husband had unbearable hardships in this matter, and she temporarily took the little girl home, but while she was sorting out her husband's belongings, found an unfamiliar mobile phone and another woman and a video of a little girl, which made her completely believe that she had been deceived by her closest person for 8 years, and in order to find out this woman, Anna asked the little girl directly. But the little girl didn't say a word except to caress and cry with her father's portrait. Anna had to think of other ways. He picked up the mobile phone left by her husband again, hoping to find clues inside, but it was one-sided, except for some videos. There was only one mobile phone number left, and there was still no answer, which made her sigh at the ruthlessness of this woman. And then Anna prepared several different styles of dinner for the little girl, but she didn't expect Anne's move to make Anna break the defense again. The love on the noodles reminded her of the scene when she was trying to earn money for her husband's education, and the same noodles could not be returned, and the little girl was awakened by a nightmare in the middle of the night, because she was afraid that she hurried into Anna's room. But as soon as she lay down, she saw Anna huddled together. She ran to the living room to pick up the sheets and help Anna cover them, until Anna woke up, and found that Anna at the dining table had asked about the little girl's mother, and even said that she would find her mother as soon as possible. That way she could be sent over. And hearing her mother's words, the little girl was clearly resistant, and Anna was going to try her luck at her husband's company, so she left and in the car and went to Wenfu's office alone. After some searching, I finally found a suspicious consumption bill in the trash can list. According to the address in the bill, Anna came to the store, and as soon as she entered the store, the owner greeted Anne warmly, and then he told Anna Anne's address. When the two came to the door, Anna hurriedly rang the doorbell, but no one responded, but Anna could only sit at the staircase and wait. Watching the crying Anna, Little insensibly helped her wipe away her tears, took out the key from the box on the side and handed it to her. Entering the room and looking at the furnishings inside, Anna once again remembered the bits and pieces with her husband, and at the same time, and also remembered the picture of her parents often quarreling, and the same house brought different feelings to the two. The two waited in the room until midnight, but the woman did not come back, and Anna could only take Anne home first, and then came here every day to wait, but little Anne's mother did not wait, but waited for a pile of collection bills from her husband. Cause Anna was busy looking for Anne's mother during this time, the already sluggish company was also facing bankruptcy, and in addition to her husband's huge debts, Anna's life was in trouble, and she planned to send Anne to an orphanage. When the two came to the door of the orphanage, Little Anne saw that she knew that she was going to be abandoned, and she couldn't speak, so she took Anna's hand and looked at Anna with pleading eyes, and finally Anna held back her tears and left Anne, not Anne. But after taking a few steps, she couldn't help but turn around, and Anne was also looking at her. Don't leave, Anne. I will never leave you again, I promise, and then the two of them will come to the company where my husband works again, and I will be ready to receive Wenfu's pension, but the staff will tell him. Her husband had overpaid his salary during his tenure, and even if the pension was deducted, Anna would have to pay 300,000 yuan to the company. Hearing the news, she felt that she had been tricked, because at her husband's funeral, the company's appointed representative said that she could ask them for help if she had any difficulties. But I didn't expect that it would be like this when I came over, and Anna found the boss of the company in a fit of anger and asked her loudly why she was playing tricks on herself. So France hurriedly comforted Anna after asking the reason, saying that you don't need to compensate anything. Your husband's pension company will also give you at this moment. Little Anne ran in and took Anna's hand, and the moment she saw Anne, France subconsciously asked, why haven't I heard that you have children? And Anna explained awkwardly that I only found out when my husband had an enemy. At this moment, France panicked very much, because Shawan was probably his sister's child. Of getting along, Anna also accepted her existence calmly, and in order to take care of the two families, she had already incurred a huge debt, forcing Anna to come to her husband Hart's company to receive a pension. However, when the company boss learns that the girl in front of him is Hart's illegitimate daughter, he suddenly remembers the scene where he chased Hart when he found out that his sister was with Hart. It was precisely because of his chase that Hart had an accident, but he did not tell Anna the truth, but promised to give Anna the pension she deserved, and then went straight home to confront his sister, who suspected that the little girl was his sister's child. But the result disappointed him. Although Lucy admitted that he had a relationship with Hart, he vetoed the fact that he had a child, and seeing that his sister was so resolute, Frank did not press Lucy, but asked his men to investigate the matter. At the same time, Hart's mobile phone finally rang, and Anna couldn't wait to answer it. Why are you telling my brother about us? Hart is dead. We need to have a good chat. Hearing this, Lucy was so frightened that she hung up the phone. She didn't dare to confront Anna face to face, even if it was her own daughter. It was dispensable for her, and then she took the photo hidden under the drawer and left the house in a hurry. She knew that Lucy had just picked up Anne and walked downstairs in the hope of seeing Anne's mother, but Lucy deliberately avoided them. How could she let them see them? And Frank's men on the other side also investigated some clues. Unfortunately, Lucy's birth records in the hospital were not found, because Hart was registered with his and Anna's marriage certificate when she gave birth, and although there was no direct evidence that Anne was Lucy's child, Hart's car accident was also caused by herself. Feeling ashamed, France came to visit Anna with a strawberry cake, and gave Anna a check as a pension, but Anna refused on the spot, and said that she would pay back what her husband owed. At this moment, and next to 11 coughed violently, and the two of them rushed to the hospital with and without arguing, but when the doctor said that and had a hereditary strawberry allergy, Frank couldn't help but think of it. When he was young, the picture of his sister's allergy to strawberries made him even more desperate to find the truth. He left under the pretext of something, returned to the mansion and took Lucy directly to the door of their love nest, and Lucy still refused to admit it. Frank kicked over the closed door and opened it, but after he searched inside, he didn't find any children's belongings, because Lucy had been expecting her boyfriend to move things away. On the other hand, Anne was safe after a night of recuperation, and Frank also came early to pick them up from the hospital, and on the way he said that his company's banquet business could also be handed over to Anna for docking. His proposal was met with suspicion, and in desperation, Frank had no choice but to hand over a business card for Anna to consider, and to Frank's surprise, Anna agreed to the invitation the next day, but when she came to Frank's company for an interview, little Anne met her real mother. And the daughter who can obviously speak will be locked up by the woman in a small darkroom as long as she speaks, even if the little girl kneels on the ground and begs for mercy. She was also indifferent. Such a good child was forced into a language barrier by her, and as long as the girl saw her, she would be afraid. At this time, Anna wiped out her abnormality, only thought that and was afraid of strangers, and did not think much about it. The perceptive Franz also noticed that something was wrong with her, and little and still couldn't speak, so he proposed to take her to see a psychiatrist, and Anna readily agreed, and then the two discussed some details of the banquet, and before the end, Lucy also sent a gift to Anne. She didn't have any kindness, because her gift was a dream to Anne, and as soon as she saw the doll, she remembered the scene of being locked up in a small dark room, and it was not until Anna removed the doll that and regained her composure. The next day, Anna took her to see a psychiatrist, and under the doctor's evaluation, she diagnosed that and had a great resistance to her mother, and only with the passage of time would she slowly get better. To Anna's surprise, Lucy, she came to his house when she was no longer home, under the pretense of being teacher and, let's leave here together, okay, I'll give you a lot of toys, and doesn't like you, he doesn't need you to hear her daughter talk. Lucy shook off his hand and loudly scolded the teary-eyed little Annie, but fortunately, the nanny arrived in time to scare Lucy away, and Anna, who went out, also happened to rush back, and he immediately asked Annie if it was her mother. Anne nodded. Franz on the side asked the nanny what he was looking like, and when he heard that he had just left, he turned around and chased him outside, and when he came downstairs, Lucy had already walked away, and Lucy's behavior made Anna wonder why she did this since she had seen Anne. Rather than dwell on the problem, Anna concentrated on helping Franz host the banquet, and her idyllic style was well received by the guests, especially Franz's mother, who at first scoffed at it. She even invited Anna to her home as a guest, and at the dinner table, Lisa praised Anna's advanced thinking, and she hoped that Anna would come to work in the company, but at first Anna refused. When Lisa suggested that we were just working together, Lisa readily agreed, given her current situation, but they were having a great time talking. Anne was alone in the mansion to Lucy, who seemed to enjoy the cat-and-mouse game. It wasn't until Franz showed up that she fled, and looking at him hiding in the corner reminded Franz once again of how similar Lucy was when she was a child, and how similar she is to Anne now. This time he had an eye on when he sent in to Anna. After getting Anne's hairpin, he quietly took away Lucy's comb. He had to do a DNA test, and after returning from France, Anne's mood was obviously not high, and Anna took in to do psychological counseling again, and the doctor suggested that she raise some small animals to help Anne's recovery. She told Franz the news, and Franz immediately took them to his horse farm and gave little Anne a foal, which little girl could resist such a lovely horse, and after petting the foal, Anne, who could not speak, opened her mouth to name the horse. Seeing this situation, the three of them happily hugged each other and wrote this, and at the same time, Lucy's identification results also came out, and Anne was her biological daughter.
Parents should not be mean to their children. Watch out for the next part. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel.